Morning all. I bought this for a dad t-shirt. I've tried to film this 3 times now, so I'm just gonna give up trying to edit it because I'm clearly not cut out for it. Anyway, old versus new. I'm a bit of a boring sod and I like cars, so I used the old Golf analogy image to depict 2 things that at one point were kind of the best in the market. But as time progresses, you can see there's a massive difference between one and the other. And that's the basis of the chat I had last week with a young couple. They took out a policy with Legal and General 9 years ago, which at the time was as good as the market had to offer. And they had a new mortgage coming up and they wanted to review their life cover because there's going to be a gap in the remortgage. So we looked at everything, as you're supposed to. And I said to them very quickly, because you're 9 years older, both of you, pound for pound, you're not going to get the same level of cover. Well, it's very unlikely because you're 9 years older. So let's have a look at your situation and we'll work out, is that the most important thing, the level of cover, or does it boil down to what you're covered for? So I use a software called Protection Guru Pro, which if you're in the protection space is very, very, very good. And it enables you to compare policies of old to policies of new. But also you can prioritise what's important to you. So this couple had 2 young kids since they took out the mortgage, so children's cover was massively important to them, and rightly so. We ran the report, and it was night and day between looking after the kids on the old policy and the new policy. And yeah, they didn't get as much cover, pound for pound, as what they had before, but they had as much as they needed, and it was actually there to cover things that might pay out. Early stage cancers, if the kids get seriously ill, shit thing to talk about, but unfortunately it happens. One of the biggest claims on a critical illness policy, unfortunately. So they said to me, look, no further action needed. We have to get the new policy. It's going to look after our kids. That's massively important to us. And we got everything that they needed for about £1 less than they were currently spending as well. So win-win.